each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Steps away to find some room. Fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Fires left. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
We're watching this DB on film. I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on third and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
He's got an open man. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Vols want to crank the tempo.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. He's putting this defense on alert early.
The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Give to the running back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To the running game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vanderbilt. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive line. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
They're going to run it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Poe. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the ball's racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Here comes the heat. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Vols are marching down the field.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They'll give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Dances away. Slings it downfield. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity.
Turning it on! He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Has to get there to move the sticks. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And I tell you what, if you told them they were going to be 3 for 3 now on 4th downs, they'd have said yes, please, and that's why they're winning the game right now. You get an extra down so often, you have so much success. This offense is cooking, especially on 4th down.
The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got
touchdown ball! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
On the play. 2nd down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Out of the gun, the give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's White. At the 40, there he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise,
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Makes the grab. It's Jefferson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
That's reeled in. It's Jefferson. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't...
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the ball's in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vols come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-one.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the pummeling has started. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone...
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harrison. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here we go. They'll try the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Going to sling it on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And the returner will be brought down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many...
He's loose down the middle. Touchdown ball! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Poe. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Commodores will try to put one on the board on first and goal. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So close to cashing it in for this offense. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this game is obviously out of hand, but I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration. Breaks into the open. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. He's at the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see.